All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friendswood Library. Tonight, for the first time ever at this library, we have the star-studded debut of Danielle Harmon on the harp. So please give it up and welcome. Danielle Harmon was born and raised locally and continues to perform in the area. Currently, she serves as the harpist for the Galveston Symphony Orchestra and Pasadena Philharmonic Orchestra. At the University of North Texas, she earned each a Bachelor of Music and a Master of Music, both in performance. Danielle was also a concerto competition winner at UNT in the 2009-2010 school year. Previously held professional appointments were with the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, Monroe Symphony Orchestra in Louisiana, and the Lone Star Wind Orchestra out of Dallas, Texas. And tonight she could add Friendswood Library to her resume. So thank you so much.
I know everyone's going to ask. I started when I was 5, so I've been doing this for 35 years. Hopefully I'm good. You may still see nerves, and disclaimer with the harp, he has some weird rattles. I just had a $2,000 repair done, and it's new problems have popped up. So the next piece that I'm going to do, I do want to just point out the neat little technique with the harp because it pops up quite a bit. A lot of instruments, especially strings, will have what they call harmonics. So what you'll want to imagine is the full length of the string is about yay long, and a harmonic, what I'm supposed to do is go exactly in the middle, and it changes the pitch, brings it up by an octave. So D. So that's what you call the harmonic curve, which is this guy. But essentially you just cut the string in half. But we don't ever play up here, oddly enough, because it would hurt. And I'll explain more about the harp as we go. But harmonics pop in, and if I can get the right part of the string, it's just heavenly, for lack of a better term. Ready to light my buzzes. so you're gonna have to bear with me on this next part. It's called 20th Century Seconds because it's the second movement of the harp sonatas that I have learned. There's one more I need to get the music for, but Hindemith was the first one that I played. It'll be the last one that I played tonight for y'all. And the Thai Fair I fell in love with before I even finished high school, but did not get to do it until my master's recital. So it's kind of a weird hodgepodge. Now, tonality, it's going to be a little jarring at times. Instead of your normal 1, 3, 5 chord, there's going to be things like quartal harmony, so it's every 4 strings. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then 4. So there's going to be a lot of that. I'm sorry. But I promise it'll all be worth later. What else can I talk about the harp yet? I think I'll save the mechanics of the harp for later, but this is a 47-string concert grand, and this is the one that I play in symphonies. I accompany choirs. I can sometimes hold my own. It depends on how big the group is. And this is 47 strings is the standard. I do have a triple strung, which is a Baroque harp, and it has 90 strings. So luckily I only have 1 row of strings, and the reason why I'm able to get all the different notes is through the pedals. So I don't know if you'll be able to watch me dancing at the harp, but I'll explain that later because that's how you get all the cool sounds. And I apologize in ahead of time, there's probably going to be a weird rattle that happens. The harp is still not well. this will be the really jarring one. Sorry in advance. I'm going to do is a theme and variations. John Thomas, I guess for a really 20th century heavy program, this piece is a little bit earlier, but he was one of the royal harpists appointed, so he served Queen Victoria, and it's a lovely piece, and boy does it cover the entire span of the entire harp. So the lowest string, you might be asking, is it's a C, all the way up to a very high G. And I do actually play the D, but I also do the high G, but I don't think I do the C this concert, so sorry, you don't get the full 47 string experience tonight. You'll have to come back for later. tip on that because it's $100. So I'm going to turn this around. Forget the blue tape. So there's 7 pedals on this pedal harp. And in my left foot is where I control B, C, D out from the center. So this will be B, C, and D. And then on the right foot will be my E, F, G, and A. Now, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's kind of notches. I tune the harp in the top notch, which is actually C flat, believe it or not. So this is technically a C instrument for those of you that play B flats or F instruments or anything else, B flats, E first. But this is how we get the full chromatic scale. So I mentioned earlier the Baroque harp has 90 strings. The way that worked is you would tune your outside rows in whatever key you were playing mainly, and then the inside row you literally had to reach through the strings. And that's how you would get your accidentals, which are in between. With this instrument, I can just do it with the pedals. So flat position, natural position, sharp position. It's inverted because the discs engage the string. So they're basically prongs, and they go and catch the string and shorten it and bring it up by a half step. So the top strings are right now I've got everything open. So basically this C is from here to here, and then I'm going to change it to here. So it's just again. And that is actually a technique. It's called pedal slide. So there's one for each note name in the scale, 3 different positions. I've got flats, sharps, and naturals. I can do both a D sharp and an E flat at the same time. So 2 different strings and harmonic sound. 7 note names times 3 positions. I've got 21 half steps, whereas a piano keyboard and any other instrument will have, well, Western music, excuse me, will have your 12 half steps. I've got 21, which is why I can do the repeated notes. And the next piece I'm going to do has a ton of glissandos, and I think this is the one that eliminates most of them. So I can do A sharps, B flats, as well as D sharps, E flats. So that's what makes this guy so unique, is that I can literally knock out non-harmonic tones and do repeated tones to get something closer to whatever a chord would be. Next piece has a lot of that. Oh, okay, 75 pounds. I'm hoping by jarring it, it'll work out some of the rattles, but this is my rescue harp. He is a few years older than me, and he was sitting in the basement of the Ranching Heritage Museum up in Lubbock, not being used for at least 10 years before I found him. So he's got a second lease on life, and it was literally a bargain basement deal. I paid him what I had, and they took it. All right.
How old is that harp?
He was built in about 82, 83, so he's 43. But there's some major structural issues. I'm gonna have to get a replacement, and it'll just end up being a lovely piece of living room furniture after that. So you've heard how the normal sounds in the middle of the string sound. That was fun. Let me get back into a more neutral key. That was the start of the next piece. But nowadays we play in the middle of the strings. But if I go a little bit lower, and if I go even lower, funny story, I was given a lute part in a musical, not a musical, sorry, an opera while I was in college, and my roommate went to go listen to it, and she didn't know the lute part wasn't a lute, because I did it so convincingly with the it doesn't sound like a harp, it's more guitaric. So the harp has a whole bunch of cool sounds. This next piece is going to have some, but I wanted to show you a few things that aren't in it. So we do have some percussive sounds. Yes, this is a piece of paper. Any clue what percussion instrument this might be?
Snare drum.
Bingo. We can do that. Gong. And xylophone. And unfortunately, I have never played a piece that did this, but it's a really cool effect. So, there's a lot of things we can do.
Another day.
Yeah, another piece. I need to write something that has that. I'm fully convinced I'm going to write a piece that strings pantyhose through the strings so that you get that full whenever you do it and you don't have to lose your left hand to it. I did that preparing for my junior and senior recital in the dorms, and my RA knocked on my door one night and I'm like, is it too loud? She said, no, it's beautiful, keep going. Okay. Little words of kindness go a long way, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Alright, so this next piece has a whole bunch of extended techniques. I will be playing with my nails and actually drumming on the soundboard. But you'll hear it. It's fun. Literally playing it so that it's getting out of tune. So these high strings that are going out of tune, they're actually made out of nylon. The middle strings from this A up until this E are what we call catgut, which is literally and sheep intestines. And then the bottom wires, they're a steel core, and then silk, and then nickel wrapped. And to restring a harp nowadays costs about $900 just for the strings. These 5 strings alone are about $40 a piece. So, all right, this next piece may be the reason why you hung around. It's the reason why I hung around. Debussy just sounds so good on the harp. on harp. Alright, this last piece, I don't actually want to use my music. It is 8 pages of arpeggios, a ton of pedal changes, and it flies by in about 4 minutes. So yeah, a lot of notes. Alright, pedals working. I have something that I can play to calm myself down that I wrote. So again, some more of those extended techniques. If you have questions, come ask.
Thank you very, very much.
Love and a wonderful audience. Thank you.
Appreciate it. It's a turtle.
This is the line. Including putting it.